Oh my goodness. Katt Williams just confirmed what we all suspected. 50 Cent removed 7 major names from the Netflix Diddy Documentary. And these aren't just random people. We're talking about some of the biggest celebrities in entertainment. Katt predicted this months ago, and now the truth is finally coming out. Let's get into it. So, here's what you clicked on this video for. Katt Williams has finally joined the Netflix Diddy Documentary chaos.
In 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
And is not holding back. Is calling out 50 Cent for protecting certain people and keeping the real players out of the final cut. Remember when Katt went on Club Shay and said, all lies will be exposed? Yeah, he was talking about this exact situation. And honestly, the man was spot on. Here's what you're going to get from this video. I'm going to show you the 7 names that got completely scrubbed from the documentary and also from Katt Williams' own mouth. We'll talk about why these people were protected, how Katt Williams predicted all of this before anyone else saw it coming, and the connections between these celebrities and Diddy that Netflix definitely didn't want you to see. Now, get this. People allegedly actually tried to bribe 50 Cent to remove controversial names from the doc. But here's the thing. Katt already knew these names would never see the light of day. Whether we're talking about the Diddy tapes or the Netflix documentary, certain people are just untouchable.
But they get 27 years, 4 years. Meanwhile, they tried to give me 4 years for 2 blunts I had no intention of smoking in the first place. Same 4 years. I don't give a fuck. Being an ass-taking devil worshiper is not against the law. They put that man on a whole RICO because they thought he was for China. They said, bring out the 9 just walked out there. That ain't even get the law. Go on and get you found. That man liked this so much as his punishment. They sent him to the place with the most. No, so I ain't finna say shit.
Period. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talk about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they cancel me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these are big dick deviances all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG, any of them. The all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes it the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is a light. Now, before I start this video, I want to let you know that we are not going to talk about the most obvious names such as Jay-Z or Beyonce, as we already know about their deeds.
Snoop Dogg, not again, mentioned him in December of 2020, but everybody beat the hell out of me. Through you, that can't be true. What the hell do I know, right? And then recently it just came out again that Snoop Dogg got accused of children. And what did everybody do? Snoop Dogg is at the halftime. I'm going to the halftime. But we canceled Dr. Seuss.
So, it all started back in 2024 when Katt Williams went on Club Shay Shay and basically predicted Diddy's entire down. He said, Diddy likes a party and you got to tell him no. He warned everyone that all lies would be exposed in 2024 and look where we are now. Katt called out TD Jake, Diddy, and a whole bunch of other people. He said, the ones who have a problem with the truth know exactly why they have a problem with it. That wasn't just talk. That was a warning. Fast forward to now. 50 Cent produced this documentary called Diddy, The Reckoning for Netflix. The doc has never before seen footage of Diddy right before his arrest. We're talking about behind-the-scenes clips, strategy sessions with his lawyers, and some seriously explosive allegations. Diddy's legal team was not happy. They sent cease and desist letters to Netflix claiming the footage was stolen and never authorized for release. They called it a shameful hit piece. But Netflix didn't back down. The documentary dropped anyway. Here's why this matters right now. Diddy got sentenced to 4 years in prison for prostitution charges after he beat the bigger RICO charges. But this story is far from over. There are over 150 lawsuits coming his way, and some of them involve minors. Yeah, you heard that right, minors. The feds have already said more charges are possible. The investigation isn't done. In fact, prosecutors working on Diddy's case are now talking to the prosecutors on Tupac's case. That should tell you how deep this goes. People are also claiming they have Diddy tapes ready to leak. And those tapes allegedly show other celebrities doing things they definitely don't want the public to see. And speaking of Katt, he just made a joke that basically confirmed everything. Listen to this. Music. Say that again. 27. 4 years. Meanwhile, they tried to give me 4 years, but 2 blunts I had no intention of smoking in the first place. Same 4 years. I don't give a ass devil worshipper is not against the law. They put that man on a whole RICO cause they thought he washing vagina. They said bring out the 9. 9 walked out there. That ain't even get the log. I want to get you something. That man likes so much as his punishment. They sent him to the place with the most __. Now, I know that sounds wild, but this wasn't just comedy. This was Katt confirming what he's been saying all along. He knows what happened. He knows who was involved. And he knows exactly who got protected. So, let's get into these 7 names. First up, Snoop Dogg. Now, I know what you're thinking. Snoop? Really? Yeah, really. Snoop has deep ties to Diddy going back decades. They partied together, did business together, and collaborated on music. They were in the same circle for years. So, why didn't Snoop make it into the documentary? Because ally Carter exposed him. And what she said was shocking. Knew that Snoop Dogg, not again, mentioned him in December 2020, but everybody beat the hell out of me. Screw you. That can't be true. What the hell do I know, right? And then recently it just came out again that Snoop Dogg got accused of children. And what did everybody do? Ooh, Snoop Dogg is at the halftime. I'm going to the halftime. But we can Dr. Seuss and Jemima. Nobody mad. Nobody. Super Bowl happened. They were dripping down from the letters. The LVI. I know. That's fine. It's fine. Let's go to the game. Make some hot wings. It's fine. It'll pass. It'll pass. Right? It's a phase. It's just a phase. But oh no. Tell somebody that plastic straws are coming back and throw a fit. Let a convict get arrested. Somebody put a knee on a convict's neck and it's over. Crickets. Crickets. Nothing. Everything's fine. Ally Carter says Snoop Dogg is even worse than Diddy. She claims Snoop is more influential and more protected than Diddy ever was. She mentioned Snoop way back in December 2020, but everyone attacked her for it. People called her a liar. They told her to shut up, but she kept speaking. Here's the thing. Snoop got accused of transporting young ones for bad things. You'd think that would be huge news, right? You'd think there would be investigations, protests, something. But what actually happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Instead, Snoop performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. Let that sink in for a second. A man accused of trafficking children performed at one of the biggest events in America. People can let Dr. Seuss and Jemima over way less, but Snoop got a pass. Ally Carter even pointed out the symbolism. She said the letters LVI at the halftime show were dripping like blood. But everyone was too busy making hot wings and enjoying the game to care. So why did 50 Cent cut Snoop from the documentary? Because Snoop is too connected. He's too protected. If 50 tried to expose Snoop, the documentary would never get distributed. Some people in hip-hop are untouchable and Snoop is one of them. Next, up, Kevin Hart. Now, Kevin's situation is interesting because he's been pretty vocal about the Diddy situation, but in a very careful way. Kevin used to attend Sherlock Holmes' famous puffy flavor camps. If you don't know what those were, just know they were wild. Kevin was in the inner circle during those days. There's even this viral Frosty Flakes footage that shows Kevin knew exactly what was happening. We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed or nothing. No homo. Don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to bed. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing. Man, it's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it. You did. No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting to bed. Shouts out to him and what he did. I'm just going to, if we can just, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not, I don't want my shot to even residential, like I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and pause, man. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get them early. Now he in the world. Yo, what did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this with me. Pump just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was __ stupid. Having a good time Usher made it into that MIC. I'm a thist. But here's where it gets really interesting. Kevin recently hosted the BET Awards and he made some jokes about Diddy that revealed way more than people realized. For somebody to invite him in. Hey, don't do it. Okay, we all saw the movie Sinners. Don't let his hair so he can bite somebody so he can bite Playboy Cardi again. Okay, Playboy Cardi definitely been bit. Something happened. Playboy Cardi's been bit. I know he has. Nobody let Kanye in. No. Tonight, I will do my part. Everybody will give flowers. I'll do my part to make sure that I put us on a high pedestal. Man. Also, I'm going to do my part. I'm shutting down the idea of after parties. No after parties tonight. Okay, none. Take your home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday. I did it on the Monday. People got to go to work tomorrow. No after parties. That's where Slippery had them get after parties. Okay, we're learning a lot about people, ain't we? We're learning a lot. God is good all the time. Kurt, that makes it right. Whatever I just said goes away. Funny. Applause. Kevin joked about after parties and said, that's where __ gets slippery. He said, we're learning a lot about people, ain't we? Then he added, God is good all the time. Now, on the surface, that sounds like regular Kevin Hart comedy. But if you listen closely, Kevin was sending a message. He specifically said, no after parties tonight. And schedule the show on a Monday, so people would have to go to work the next day. That wasn't random. That was intentional. But there's more. Orlando Brown. And I know Orlando has said some wild things, but Orlando claimed Kevin Hart took $50 million to unvirgin his hole. Kevin Hart took $50 million to unver his hole. Can you explain a little bit? No, I just told you. Now, whether you believe that or not, here's what we know for sure. Kevin knows too much about the industry's dark side. He was there. He saw things. He participated in things. But is too successful now to be dragged into this mess. 50 Cent removed Kevin from the documentary to protect him, because protecting Kevin means protecting the entire comedy industry, and 50 wasn't about to open that can of worms. Alright, let's talk about Mace. This one is probably the most frustrating because Mace was literally one of Diddy's closest people during the Bad Boy Records era. Mace was at the center of everything. The parties, the business deals, the music, all of it. If anyone knows where the bodies are buried, it's Mace. But here's the problem. Mace is silent, like suspiciously silent. It took Mace 10 years to get out of his contract with Diddy. 10 years. And even after he finally got free, Mace doesn't speak badly about Diddy at all. There's this interview from V103 where Diddy brought Mace to the radio station with dirty money. And the whole thing was just weird. No, this is freedom. No, that's not the rule. In the building. Applause. I need a MIC. I need a MIC. I need a MIC. What's up, Mace? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Baby, Batman is back in the building. What up, Batman? What up? What up? What up? What up, Mace? How you doing? Boy, better than I look. What's up, mates? How you been, man? I'm chilling, man. All my cars still work. Mr. Puff doing good stuff. You know? Hey, every once in a while, you got to do something good. Diddy said on air, Mace is free to work and he can do whatever he wants now. But the way Mace reacted, nervous, surprised, overly grateful, it showed he still controlled somehow. Mace literally said, "It took me 10 years to get this paperwork right here." He was shocked that Diddy actually gave him his publishing rights back. He even joked, "I ain't used to Puff doing good stuff." Think about that. A man who worked with Diddy for decades was shocked that Diddy did something good. That tells you everything you need to know. So, why did 50 remove Mace from the documentary? Because Mace is either too scared to speak or is still being influenced by Diddy somehow. His silence is suspicious. He knows everything but says nothing. Including Mace in the doc would have opened up questions about why he won't speak up. It would have made people wonder what Diddy still has on him. So 50 decided it was better to just leave him out completely. Now we got to talk about Meek Mill. And I'm going to be honest, this one is messy. Meek has been around Diddy and the industry elite for years. There have been whispers about Meek for a long time, but nothing concrete until recently. Orlando Brown, yeah, him again, said something that got people talking. He said, "You can't unreceive what your butthole received." Mill came out saying that he'll pay somebody 100 grand to investigate that he has nothing to do with anything with Diddy. You can't take back what your butthole received. Now, that sound crazy, I know, but Orlando has been calling people out for years, and sometimes he ends up being right. Meek's name kept coming up in these conversations. Then things got even weirder. An audio file allegedly featuring Meek Mill leaked online, and people claim the other voice in that audio was P. Diddy himself. Meek real rap. You think that audio that they put out was real? Yeah, that was Nicki put that out to that. Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that on me. She just wasn't going to tell nobody it was Diddy. But now the Diddy out there. Why not? Jag, you were right, who's been exposing industry secrets for years, said she believed it was definitely Diddy in that audio. The clip was explicit and damaging. It spread all over social media but got scrubbed from the internet pretty quickly. So why did 50 Cent remove Meek from the documentary? Because that audio was never officially verified, including it would have opened 50 up to major lawsuits. Meek is still active in the industry and has power. He has lawyers. He has money. He could have sued Netflix into the ground. 50 made a business decision. Better to avoid the legal mess than to include something that couldn't be proven 100%. Alright, now we get to Justin Bieber. And this one is different because Justin is a victim. He's not a perpetrator. Justin lived with Diddy as a young teenager. There are videos of Diddy saying he had custody of Justin for 48 hours. You can see in those old clips that young Justin looked uncomfortable around Diddy. So why isn't Justin in the documentary? Because 50 Cent chose to protect him. Recently, paparazzi pressed Justin about the documentary and his response was heartbreaking. Paparazzi spoke to Bieber and all he had to say recently was that don't ask me about that man ever. Some things I moved on from for my own peace. What's in that documentary? Let's just say people are finally waking up. He also goes on to say, "I was a kid. I didn't know anything. I don't ever want to talk about that again." Justin said, "Don't ask me about that man ever. Some things I moved on from for my own peace." What's in that documentary? Let's just say people are finally waking up. Then he added, "I was a kid. I didn't know anything. I don't ever want to talk about that again." You can hear the pain in his voice. Justin was a child when all this happened. He didn't have a choice. He didn't know what he was getting into. 50 Cent made the right call by leaving Justin out. Including him would have meant exposing what happened to a child. It would have been too dark, even for Netflix. Justin is trying to heal and move on with his life. He's married now. He has kids. He doesn't need the world rehashing his trauma for entertainment. So 50 respected that Justin was a victim and left him out of the documentary. And honestly, that's the most human thing 50 could have done. Next is Usher. And Usher's story is important because he was the first. Usher lived with Diddy as a teenager in what they called Puff Flavor Camp. This was before Justin Bieber, before anyone else. Usher was a prototype. He was the first young star to go through Diddy's program. Usher has talked about seeing things he couldn't unsee. He's hinted at experiences that changed him. And later, Usher was the one who sent Justin Bieber to Diddy, a decision he probably regrets every single day. So why did 50 Cent remove Usher from the documentary? For the same reason he removed Justin. Usher is a victim, not a perpetrator. Katt Williams warned us about what they do to young stars. He said they take talented kids and put them through things that break them. Usher was the first one. They tested everything on him. According to people close to the production, the Usher segment was too dark for TV, even for a documentary about Diddy's crimes. What happened to Usher was too disturbing to include. Usher is trying to protect his legacy and his career. He's an R&B legend. He's got kids of his own now. Dragging him back into this would have destroyed him all over again. 50 made the call to leave Usher out, and that was the right decision. And now we get to the big one. The name that matters more than any other name on this list. Clive Davis. Most people don't know who Clive Davis is, but if you know, you know. Clive Davis is the man above Diddy. He's the true gatekeeper of the music industry. Diddy doesn't move without Clive's approval. Diddy doesn't make a decision without checking with Clive first. Clive discovered and controlled Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys, and countless other massive stars. He's been in the industry for over 50 years. He knows everyone. He's connected to everyone. If Diddy threw wild parties, imagine what Clive parties looked like. Diddy was just a worker. Clive was a boss. Katt Williams said it himself. He said, Diddy was just a worker. Who was a boss? Clive Davis. So why did 50 Cent remove Clive from the documentary? One word, fear. If you expose Clive Davis, the documentary doesn't get distributed. Netflix wouldn't air it. Streaming services wouldn't touch it. Networks would refuse to promote it. Clive has more power than anyone realizes. He's connected to record labels, streaming platforms, media companies, everything. Going after Clive would have meant the end of the documentary before it even started. 50 Cent had to remove Clive's name because if he didn't, you wouldn't be watching this documentary right now. It would have been buried. And that's the most important omission on this entire list. Everyone focuses on Diddy, but Clive created a system that allowed Diddy to do what he did. Diddy learned everything from Clive. Taking down Diddy means nothing if Clive stays protected. And that's exactly what happened. So, there you have it. The 7 names that 50 Cent removed from the Netflix Diddy documentary. Katt Williams told us this would happen. He said all lies will be exposed in 2024. But he also knew the biggest names would stay hidden. He knew certain people were too powerful to touch. From Snoop Dogg to Clive Davis, these names show you how deep the protection goes. The system protects its own. Always has, always will. The Netflix documentary is just the beginning. More charges are coming for Diddy. The feds are still investigating. The lawsuits keep piling up. So now I want to hear from you. Comment below and tell me which name you think should have been in the documentary. Do you think 50 Cent made the right choice protecting these people, or should he have exposed everyone no matter the consequences? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.